It's a big moment, guys. Goal 90 just turned 5 years old. From the first video drop to now, it's all thanks to you, our YouTube family. And to celebrate, we've got something special lined up. Buy any 2 jerseys and you get 10% off. Go for 3 or more and you're scoring a massive 20% off. Plus, free shipping worldwide. This offer is exclusively for our YouTube fam to say thank you. So, if you've been waiting to rep your club, now's the time. Head on to goal90.shop, link is in the description. We've all heard the narrative, haven't we? That players magically rediscover their form the moment they escape Old Trafford's toxic environment. Marcus Rashford's recent resurgence at Barcelona, Scott McTominay thriving at Napoli, and even Antony showing glimpses of his Ajax form at Betis seem to validate this theory. Social media is flooded with posts about how United destroys talent, how players immediately flourish once they're freed from the Red Devils' shackles. But today we're diving into 7 players who not only failed to revive their careers after leaving Old Trafford, but actually managed to fall even further down football's unforgiving ladder. Let's start with the most high-profile one of them all, Paul Pogba. The French midfielder's return to Juventus was supposed to be a homecoming story, a chance to rediscover the magic that made him one of the world's most expensive players. Instead, it became a catastrophe wrapped in a doping scandal. His second stint in Turin was plagued by injuries from day one. The player who once commanded the midfield with his physical presence and technical brilliance became a ghost, making just 12 appearances across 3 seasons due to recurring knee and muscle problems. When he did feature, the spark that defined his earlier Juventus years was nowhere to be found. But the real hammer blow came in 2024 when he tested positive for DHEA, initially earning him a 4-year ban that was later reduced to 18 months on appeal. The timing couldn't have been worse. In his 30s, Pogba's prime years were slipping away in courtrooms and medical facilities rather than on football pitches. His recent move to Monaco represents more of a last-ditch attempt at career resurrection than a triumphant return to elite football. The player who once dominated World Cup finals now faces the harsh reality that consistent high-level football might be forever beyond his reach. From one midfielder struggling with expectations to another, but Donny van de Beek's post-United journey tells a different kind of tragedy. The Dutch playmaker's time at Old Trafford was undoubtedly frustrating. Bought by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer only to be consistently overlooked, then continuing to warm the bench under Erik ten Hag despite their Ajax connection. His move to Girona seemed like the perfect opportunity for redemption, yet reality has been far harsher than anyone anticipated. In 26 La Liga appearances, Van de Beek has managed just 2 goals and 2 assists, numbers that pale in comparison to his Ajax days when he was tearing apart Champions League defenses. More damaging still, Girona finds itself in a relegation battle, similar to last season, with the Dutchman's creative input proving insufficient to lift the team from their precarious position. The player who once orchestrated Ajax's remarkable Champions League run to the semi-finals now faces the very real possibility of playing Segunda Division football. At 28, his career trajectory couldn't be more different from what anyone predicted when he first burst onto the European scene. Speaking of career trajectories gone wrong, Anthony Martial's career after United has been even worse. The Frenchman's move to AEK Athens initially showed promise. 9 goals in 24 appearances suggested he might rediscover his scoring touch. But football isn't played on paper, and Martial's hefty salary demands, combined with his exclusion from UEFA Conference League squads, told a different story about his actual value to the Greek club. Within a year, AEK had seen enough. Despite his reasonable goal return, they were happy to offload him to Liga MX side Monterrey for a reported €3.8 million. At just 29 years old, Martial has gone from being Manchester United's main striker to plying his trade in Mexican football, a dramatic fall that speaks to how quickly fortunes can change in modern football. The fact that no major European club was willing to take a chance on him, despite being available for practically nothing, tells its own story about how his reputation has suffered. The theme of dramatic geographical career shifts continues with Alex Telles, whose post-United journey took him from the riches of Saudi Arabia back to his native Brazil. His move to Al Nassr seemed like a lucrative end to his European adventure, but even the Saudi Pro League couldn't provide the stability he sought. After just one underwhelming season, Telles found himself looking for a new club, eventually settling on a return to Brazil with Botafogo. While Botafogo isn't exactly a step down in terms of footballing quality, the move represents a significant shift in his career ambitions. The left-back, who once commanded a starting spot at one of the world's biggest clubs, now finds himself back where he started, hoping to rediscover the form that initially earned him his European move. However, no career has gone as badly as Jesse Lingard's remarkable fall from grace. The attacking midfielder's move to newly promoted Nottingham Forest in 2022 was met with genuine excitement. Here was a player with Premier League pedigree and international experience joining an ambitious project. What followed was one of the most disappointing individual seasons in recent memory. 17 league appearances without a single goal or assist. Let that sink in for a moment. A player who had scored crucial goals for England at major tournaments, who had enjoyed productive spells at West Ham, couldn't muster a single direct goal contribution for Forest. His contract wasn't renewed, and suddenly Lingard found himself in free fall. The solution? A move to FC Seoul in South Korea, described by local journalists as the biggest signing in K-League history. While he's found some stability in Seoul, the difference in competition couldn't be more stark. Eric Bailly's career after United reads like a cautionary tale about injury-prone players and poor decision-making. His loan spell at Marseille was underwhelming, marked more by his familiar injury problems than any standout performances. When his United contract expired, Besiktas seemed like a reasonable destination, a historic club with European ambitions. Instead, Bailly found himself excluded from the squad due to poor performances and was eventually released. His return to Villarreal offered hope of redemption at a club where he'd previously shown promise. But even that familiar environment couldn't provide the consistency needed. After making just 12 appearances in the 2024-25 season, Villarreal were content to let him leave when his contract expired. Now 31 and playing for newly promoted Real Oviedo, Bailly faces a relegation battle in La Liga, a far cry from the Champions League nights he once knew at Old Trafford. His chronic injury problems continue to plague him, making regular football an ongoing challenge. Finally, there's Dan James, whose post-United career highlights an uncomfortable truth about the gap between different levels of English football. His move to Leeds seemed logical, a pacey winger joining a team that played to his strengths under Marcelo Bielsa. Initially things went well, but football has a way of exposing limitations, and Leeds' relegation to the Championship laid bare the weaknesses of James's game. While he performed admirably in the Championship, helping Leeds in their promotion push, the level difference was evident. His loan spell at Fulham in 2022 was unsuccessful, and he found himself back at Leeds, now back in the Premier League, but after 4 games facing a similar story where he cannot seem to produce in the top division. While Manchester United certainly had their problems during these players' tenures, their post-Old Trafford careers suggest that the club wasn't always the primary obstacle to their success. Football fans love simple narratives, and player leaves United and thrives is certainly more appealing than the complex reality of career management in professional sports. But these 7 cases remind us that football is rarely that straightforward, and sometimes the most interesting stories are the ones that don't have happy endings. Do you know any other players who belong on this list? Let us know in the comments. Remember to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it and subscribe to the channel. Also, be sure to turn on post notifications so that you never miss out on any new videos.
Do you want to make money with affiliate marketing? Join the Goal90 Shop affiliate program and start earning today. Get your unique affiliate link and exclusive discount coupon to share with your audience. Every sale made through your link earns you a 10% commission. No limits, just real earnings. Don't miss out. Turn your influence into income now.